Hey, what is going on, Guardians? Nem with Planet Destiny here. And it's Friday, which means that Xur is back in the world of Destiny, and this week, as you can see, he's located on Titan, right over here at the rig. So let's go ahead and make our way towards our friendly and favorite exotic vendor to see what selection he has for us this week. Hi, Mr. Dreg, let's get at you out of the way here. There we are. What you got for us, bud? Alright, starting off we have the D.A.R.C.I sniper rifle, Celestial Nighthawk for the hunters, URSA FURIOSA for the titans, and Geomag stabilizers for the warlock. But pretty decent selection this week. Starting off with D.A.R.C.I and its intrinsic personal assistant perk, aim at an enemy to view its health and other critical information in the scope, and its trait is target acquired. When personal assistant is active, this weapon has better target acquisition and deals significantly more precision damage. Basically treat this like boxed breathing in a sense. We also have extended barrel, extended mag, and short action stock. Now the D.A.R.C.I is a really good sniper rifle for DPS in raids. Obviously Whisper tends to be the king solely because of its infinite ammo, which is changing, by the way. Not too crazy about that, but that's a conversation for another time. The D.A.R.C.I sniper rifle is actually my go-to sniper when I do the Eater of Worlds raids and Insurrection Prime. This is a fantastic sniper rifle. It actually works really well in the Crucible as well. I kind of wish this was in the special slot, honestly, just because of how good it feels to use, but that's that. D.A.R.C.I is really good, so if you don't have it, go ahead and pick it up. Following that, we have the Celestial Nighthawk for the hunters. Ooh, this looks trippy. This looks weird without the cloak. It looks wrong. Anyways, Hawkeye Hack modifies Golden Gun to fire a single high damage shot. Enemies eliminated by the shot explode and grant you super energy. Now, of course, because we still haven't had random rolls, we have fusion rifle and hand cannon targeting with hands-on, sniper rifle reserves, and machine gun reserves. Celestial Nighthawk is a must buy if you're new to the game and you don't have it yet. It deals an amazing amount of damage. And not only that, you do get some super back as well. It's not super crazy like the Skull of Dire Ahamkara or Orpheus Riggs, but it's a pretty significant chunk that you get back. Fantastic for pretty much any activity that you go in. This is definitely one of those that you must have. And if you want to take a look at this nightmare inducing ornament, there you go. Following that, we have the URSA FURIOSA for the titans with its Ursine Guard intrinsic perk. Move faster while guarding when Sentinel Shield is active. Guarded damage converts to super energy when the super ends. Now, the thing about the URSA FURIOSAs, they were actually really strong and got nerfed pretty severely in PvP and PvE. They're still worth using, but they're not worth using over One-Eyed Mask, honestly, because that exotic is just incredibly strong. And unfortunately, the URSA FURIOSAs will be receiving a nerf when Season of Opulence hits, which I personally don't agree with because they were hit already, and I feel like the incoming update is just gonna make these even less viable. So I mean, if you don't have these, I would still recommend picking them up, solely because they're a Forsaken exotic, and we don't know if they could potentially receive a buff in the future, but it's a shame because these were really fun to use, and they were more effective in PvP than they were in PvE. I actually think that they could use a PvE buff, honestly, but anyways. And finally, we have the Geomag stabilizers for the warlocks. The Close Enough intrinsic perk. When Chaos Reach super energy is almost full, sprinting tops it off. Damaging enemies with Chaos Reach extends its duration. Now, these are actually my go-to exotics when I'm playing Gambit with a fire team of other warlocks, basically, because you can melt the traditional Gambit Primeval. You can melt him incredibly fast with the Geomag stabilizers. They're really fun to use, and honestly, it kind of makes Chaos Reach, I don't want to say usable because Chaos Reach is good as is, but the way that this extends the actual super these are definitely a must buy. If you don't have them, give them a shot. Now, of course, we have your Fated Engram, your consumables, which give you additional modifiers for the Nightfall, so you can get that crispy 100k score. And we have the final invitation of the 9, called Death. Complete Crucible matches in Quick Play, Rumble, and competitive playlist. And it looks like iClouds in the chat here is having a hard time with these invitations. So we have to complete these 3 different game modes in Crucible to see the last invitation for the season. So hopefully we get a special cutscene with this. Now I will be working on this immediately after the Zerg video goes. Now I will be working on this immediately after the Zerg video is done and uploaded. So expect the video for this shortly. But that's going to be it for us, Guardians. Thank you so much for watching. And by the way, we have a pretty big episode coming up for the Planet Destiny podcast. So I really recommend checking it out. It's going to be fantastic. Wait for an official announcement here on the channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.